Good morning, everyone. We all face moments in life when the weight feels too heavy to carry. Maybe you've been there when the doors seem to close, the answers feel far away, and it seems like nothing is going your way. Let me tell you, if you're in that season right now, don't lose hope. You are not alone. And this struggle is not the end of your story. First, it's okay to acknowledge your struggles. Life isn't always easy, and pretending everything is fine doesn't make the pain go away. Take a moment to be honest with yourself and say, yes, this is hard. Admitting that you're in a tough spot isn't weakness, it's strength. It's the first step toward healing and finding solutions. Second, choose a positive perspective. When life gets hard, it's tempted to dwell on everything that's going wrong. But remember, what you focus on grows. Shift your attention to what's still good, what's still possible. Start saying to yourself, this is tough, but I believe better days are ahead. I know I'll get through this. That small spark of belief can light the way forward. Third, lean on faith and your inner strength. When you don't have all the answers, trust that there is a bigger plan unfolding. Even if you can't see it right now. If you're a person of faith, lean into prayer. If not, connect with your inner resilience. Remind yourself of the times you've overcome difficulties before. You have strength inside you that's greater than any challenge you face. Fourth, take one step at a time. When life feels overwhelming, don't try to solve everything at once. Break it down. What's the one thing you can do today to move forward? It could be as small as making a phone call, writing down a plan, or simply taking a deep breath. Focus on the next step and trust that those small steps will lead to big progress. And finally, find purpose in your pain. I know that sounds hard to hear, but every storm you face has the potential to teach you something. Maybe it's patience, resilience, or compassion for others. Maybe it's preparing you for something bigger and better. Don't let your struggles define you, let them refine you. Use them as a stepping stone to grow into the person you were meant to be. So when life gets hard, don't give up. Acknowledge where you are, shift your perspective, lean on your faith, take small steps forward, and look for the purpose in the pain. You have what it takes to overcome, and brighter days are ahead. Keep going, you're stronger than you think. Thank you. Acknowledging your struggles is the first and most vital step toward overcoming them. It's not about being negative or giving in to defeat. It's about being honest with yourself and facing reality. Too often we try to brush our problems under the rug, hoping they'll disappear on their own. But denial doesn't make the pain go away, it only prolongs it. When you take a moment to recognize what you're feeling and admit that life is hard right now, you're creating a foundation for healing and growth. It's important to give yourself permission to feel. Society often tells us to stay strong or keep going, but strength doesn't mean ignoring your emotions. Strength is allowing yourself to process what you're going through. It's okay to feel sad, frustrated, or even angry. These emotions are natural responses to hardship. By acknowledging them, you give yourself the space to understand them rather than letting them control you. Remember, you can't fix what you refuse to face. Acknowledging your struggles also allows you to reach out for help. When you're honest about your challenges, you can open the door to support from others. Whether it's talking to a trusted friend, seeking professional guidance, or leaning on a community, you'll find that you're not as alone as you think. Sharing your struggles isn't a sign of weakness, it's a sign of courage. It's a way of saying, I'm not giving up. I'm ready to move forward. Lastly, when you acknowledge your struggles, you take the power back. Ignoring your problems gives them control over your thoughts and actions. But when you face them head on, you start to reclaim your sense of agency. You're no longer running from your pain, you're standing up to it. This act of acknowledgement is the first step toward finding solutions, building resilience, and rediscovering hope. It's not easy, but it's worth it because it paves the way for growth, healing, and ultimately victory. Choosing a positive perspective doesn't mean ignoring your struggles or pretending life is perfect. It means shifting your focus from what's going wrong to what's still right. When life gets hard, it's easy to become consumed by negativity, replaying worst-case scenarios and dwelling on the pain. But your perspective shapes your reality. By choosing the possibilities instead of just the problems, you open yourself to hope, solutions, and a brighter future. One way to adopt a positive perspective is to practice gratitude. Even in the darkest moments, there's always something to be thankful for: your health, your loved ones, or even the small blessings that get you through the day. Gratitude helps you focus on what you have instead of what you lack. It shifts your mindset from scarcity to abundance, creating room for joy even in the midst of difficulty. When you start seeing the good, you'll notice that life feels a little lighter and solutions become clearer. Another part of choosing a positive perspective is believing that challenges can lead to growth. Every struggle you face has the potential to teach you something valuable: patience, strength, or even a deeper appreciation for life. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" try asking, "What can I learn from this?" This mindset doesn't erase the pain, but it helps you find purpose in it. It transforms setbacks into stepping stones, allowing you to come out stronger on the other side. Lastly, a positive perspective helps you focus on what you can control. You may not have power over the circumstances, but you always have power over how you respond. By choosing to look for the silver lining and taking proactive steps, you reclaim your sense of agency. Positivity isn't about being unrealistic, it's about being resilient. It's about choosing to see the light even when the darkness feels overwhelming. With a positive perspective, you create the energy and momentum to keep moving forward, no matter how hard life gets. When life gets tough, leaning on faith and inner strength can be your anchor in the storm. Faith isn't just about religion, it's about trusting in something greater than yourself, a higher power, the universe, or even the belief that life has a purpose beyond the pain. Faith reminds you that the challenges you're facing are not the end of the story, but a chapter in a much bigger narrative. It gives you the courage to keep going, even when you can't see the full picture. Inner strength, on the other hand, is the quiet resilience that lies within you. It's the reminder that you've faced hard times before and come out stronger. Life's difficulties can make you doubt yourself, but leaning on your strength means acknowledging your past victories and using them as fuel for the present. Every challenge you've overcome has added to your reservoir of strength. When you tap into that well, you discover that you're more capable than you realize. Leaning on faith also means surrendering the need to have all the answers. Sometimes the weight of life's problems feels heavier because we try to carry it all on our own. Faith invites you to let go of that burden, to trust that you're being guided even in the hardest moments. It's not about giving up, it's about finding peace and knowing that you don't have to control everything. This trust frees you from fear and worry, allowing you to focus on what truly matters. Together, faith and inner strength create a powerful force. They help you navigate life's uncertainties with grace and determination. When you lean on faith, you find hope and reassurance. When you lean on inner strength, you find courage and resilience. These two qualities don't eliminate challenges, but they empower you to face them head on. They remind you that no matter how hard life gets, you have what it takes to overcome and thrive. When life feels overwhelming, it's tempting to focus on the big picture and feel paralyzed by how far you still have to go. But the truth is, progress happens one small step at a time. Taking one step at a time allows you to break down the seemingly impossible into manageable pieces. It's a reminder that you don't have to solve everything in one day. All you need to do is focus on the next action, just one step forward, and trust that those steps will add up to something greater. Focusing on small steps keeps you grounded in the present. Often, the weight of worrying about the future or regretting the past makes it difficult to move forward. But when you focus on what you can do today, right now, you reclaim your power. Maybe it's writing down a plan, making a phone call, or simply getting out of bed and starting the day. Each small action is a victory, and those victories build momentum. Taking one step at a time also protects you from burnout. When you try to tackle too much at once, it's easy to feel defeated before you even begin. But when you break things down, you allow yourself to celebrate progress along the way. Every small accomplishment becomes a reason to keep going. These moments of success, no matter how small they seem, remind you that you're capable and moving forward, even if the road feels long. Finally, taking one step at a time cultivates patience and trust in the process. Life's challenges aren't solved overnight, and growth takes time. By focusing on each step, you allow yourself to fully engage in the journey. You may not know exactly how things will unfold, but each step moves you closer to clarity, healing, and resolution. Trust that even the smallest actions are part of a bigger picture, and before you know it, you'll look back and see just how far those steps have taken you. Pain is one of life's most difficult teachers, but it often carries a purpose that we can only understand in hindsight. Finding purpose in pain doesn't mean dismissing or minimizing the hurt. It means looking deeper and asking, what can I learn from this? How can this experience shape me into a better version of myself? Pain has a way of refining us, revealing our strengths, and teaching us lessons that ease and comfort never could. When you face hardship, it's easy to feel like life is unfair or meaningless. But the truth is, pain often comes with opportunities for growth. It pushes you out of your comfort zone, forcing you to confront fears, weaknesses, or patterns that may be holding you back. Maybe a setback teaches you resilience, or a loss deepens your capacity for empathy. Pain, as difficult as it is, can become a tool for transformation, helping you grow into the person you were meant to be. Pain also has the power to redirect your life. Sometimes the things you lose or the challenges you face are what lead you to something greater. A closed door might push you toward a new path you never would have chosen otherwise. It's in these moments of struggle that you can discover new passions, new goals, or even a renewed sense of purpose. The pain that feels unbearable today may be the catalyst for a brighter and more fulfilling tomorrow. Finally, finding purpose in pain allows you to use your experience to help others. Your struggles can become a source of strength for someone else who is walking a similar path. Sharing your journey, your lessons, and your resilience can inspire others to keep going. Pain connects us in ways that joy often cannot. It reminds us that we're not alone and that we're all capable of overcoming. When you find meaning in your pain, it transforms from something that breaks you into something that builds you, making both your life and the lives of those around you better.